guys, so welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry that I'm not filmed for I think half a year now, and it's just that I needed a break from YouTube. I'm not gonna ramble too much because I've just been super busy and I kind of want to get this video to the point, because as you guys can see by the title, today's video is going to be a review on the new Wet n Wild PhotoFocus foundation. And just to start off, I already have the foundation on my face and I'm going to show you guys the process on how I apply it. Just a little bit about my skin background. I have dry skin, especially during the winter, which is winter right now in Minnesota. So I'm going to show you guys how I prep for this foundation, like how I prep with my other foundation routine as well. And I really hope you guys enjoy this, and if you guys do, please watch till the end and let's just get started. So now that I'm done priming my face, I'm going to go in with the Desert Beige shade. I think this is my correct shade, I'm not sure. And I also picked up Buff Biscuits, but I think this one is a little bit too light, so I'm just gonna use Desert Beige. I'm gonna do half of my face with a brush, and I'm gonna do the other half with a beauty blender. So I'm gonna start off with the brush first, and what I'm gonna use is I'm gonna use my Sigma 3D HD Kabuki because this is my favorite brush. And then this applicator is actually a spatula. It looks like this. And when I smell it, it smells like paint, which I do not like. It smells like when you're trying to paint your house. You get what I'm saying? And it's just not a very nice smell. But I'm gonna try this on my face and see how it goes. I think it might be actually perfect. I'm not too sure. But we're gonna try this. I'm gonna use my Sigma brush. Okay, I think it might be too dark, but you know what? We're gonna make it work because I'm not gonna try to use a different shade right now. Yeah, this is definitely too orange, but I'm gonna go over with the lighter powder. So far it dries really quickly, which is not my favorite kind of finish because I have dry skin, and you have to actually work really quick because it seems to dry out like really quick. So if you don't blend it out right away, it's kind of hard to spread out everything on your face. So I would suggest working on each spot first before you start putting everything on your face like what I just did. So I would suggest definitely just working one side first before doing the other, because that way you will get more use out of it. The coverage is about a medium coverage. I feel like I can build it up a little bit. I'm zooming you guys in right now. I'm just gonna pat it. See, you can tell how it just dries out really quickly. It feels really light though, like it's not like heavy. Like I literally feel like I'm not wearing any foundation on my face right now, especially on my right side, so that's a plus. And then now we're going to use the beauty blender. I'm gonna go wet this first because it's not wet. So I'm back after wetting my beauty blender, and I don't know why I try to turn off the softener, but it keeps coming on. But I will zoom in after I'm done doing this so you guys can see how my skin actually looks. But this is actually a beauty blender from TJ Maxx. Now I'm gonna do the other side, and I'm gonna blend it with a beauty blender to see how it goes. And I have problem areas around my nose, so it's like really red, so I'm hoping this kind of covers that. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so I'm gonna blend it out. I actually like how it is with the beauty blender because it actually makes it a little bit easier to blend. I feel like with the brush, it's kind of hard to even it out quickly before it dries out. And with the beauty blender being moist, even though I hate that word, it makes it a lot easier to kind of spread all over your face and kind of blend everything out. Unlike the brush earlier that you guys saw me do. it's not really a full coverage on the first try for the Beauty Blender. You get more of a natural finish if you do it with the Beauty Blender. But I'm gonna go in with the second layer to see how it looks like. So let's do it another one. Let's try this. And then I'm gonna work it in again. Gosh, this camera is like making my skin look perfect, but my skin is not this perfect, guys. I'm gonna totally zoom you guys in after this. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but it kind of emphasizes a lot on my little tiny bump texture. It's not too bad, like I don't mind it, but I think I might have to use like a pore filling primer that's a little bit stronger than the Smashbox primer one. But I'm gonna like zoom you guys in so you guys can see. So I don't know if you guys can see, but I have like these little bumps around my face area right here. And it kind of like emphasizes those textures around my cheek area. It definitely covers a lot of my freckles, but it's still there. Okay, so I just zoom you guys out. This is how it looks like from far away. I know it's not the best color match, but I'm gonna go over it with powder. I'm gonna do my full face and kind of do my concealer routine and set it everything and see how it looks like. And then after that, I'm gonna show you guys how it looks like with that on, and then I'm gonna spray the PhotoFocus setting spray on it to see if it makes a difference on the texture part of my face. And I will be right back. Okay, so I just got done setting my face and just kind of doing the contouring, highlighting, and putting blush on. And I'm just gonna zoom you guys in on how my skin looks like. All right, now you guys are all up and personal. Okay, so as you guys can see, around my nose area here, it's very cakey. But that is probably because I set it with a powder, which I always do with my foundation. And then you guys can see right here, my texture is still there. Or my face area, you guys see right here. Yep. This side is not too bad because I don't have a lot of texture on this side, but I just have a lot of texture right here. I just don't like how it kind of shows it through here, but I'm gonna spray my face and see what's the difference after spraying it with the PhotoFocus. It looks a lot better. It's not as cakey as before, which is what setting sprays always do. If you feel like your face looks too powdery, especially with my dry skin, this foundation gonna emphasize on my texture and my dry skin around my nose area. But I'm gonna zoom you guys in. This is my nose. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's not as cakey as before. The texture is still around here, but it's not there as bad as it was before when it was super dry. At certain lighting, you can kind of see my texture, but if you're not up super close and personal like how the camera is right now, you probably can't see my face like this from far away, which is a very good thing. But I'm gonna test it out and see how it wears throughout the day. I'm gonna go run some errands. I'm gonna see how long this foundation wears for, especially using primer and setting spray, and I'll check back with you guys as soon as possible. Okay, so the reason why I'm back on here is because I want to show you guys how this foundation look like with natural lighting, and I think it looks really good. It actually matches my skin a little bit. I don't know why this camera is making me look tan when I'm not. I'm super pale right now, but I'm gonna show you guys how it looks like with flash and without flash to see if there's any flashback. So it'll be side by side here, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so it's at the end of the night and I want to share you guys my opinion on this foundation, and my final thoughts is that it's actually a very good foundation for the price that it is being sold at. I believe you can actually get it at a cheaper price if you go to Walmart, because when I went to go check out Walmart, it was at least $4.99, so you save about $1 depending on where you go. But so far I noticed that the foundation stayed put throughout this whole entire day. It didn't move at all. I didn't see anything fading at all, but what I noticed is that my texture is still there. Like, if you're really close to my face, like this close, you can see it. But if you're a little bit further, it doesn't show as much. So it really depends on what kind of skin type you have, and if you have larger pores, or if your pores are a little bit bigger than mine, because if that's the case, then I would not suggest this foundation if you have dry skin. I think this foundation will be really good for those of you who have normal to combination oily skin, because it is a satin matte finish, which is a finish that I like for the winter, but most of the time I like a glowy finish. That's why it helps a lot if you use the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus setting spray, because I believe this makes my face look a little bit more luminous, especially with this foundation, because it kind of dries out my skin a little bit. Another pro about this foundation is that it does not cling on to my dry skin. I noticed that throughout the day I don't see anything clinging around my mouth area or my nose area. It can just get a little cakey around here, which I don't mind, because if I spray on that area, it kind of goes away anyways. With a $6 foundation, you can't really complain about that. It really reminds me of the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. So I think if you like that foundation, definitely give this a try, because I think this is a cheaper alternative, and this has a better full coverage than the Maybelline Fit Me. But if you really have large pores or a lot of texture, I just wouldn't recommend this, because it just kind of shows too much, especially during certain lighting. But I really like how this looks like during the day with the natural light. It kind of shows a little bit more compared to what you guys are seeing right now in front of the ring light. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't yet already, and I will list down below all the products that I use on my face today. And if you guys want to see this tutorial, please let me know. I just kind of like freestyling today, but I don't know how you guys feel about it. It's weird. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.